Delhi is Not Far by Ruskin Bond. For Ravi Singh, who had faith in this little known story of mine. I wrote this novella back in 1960s when I left Dehradun for New Delhi. I thought I would find fame and fortune in the capital. I found nothing of the sort. And so, in the mid 1960s, I made for the hills, where I did at least find some space and contentment. Over the years, this story was revised to a certain extent and was even at one time cut down to short story length. Most of the original material was restored when Penguin India published it in the collection Delhi is Not Far, the best of Ruskin Bond in 1994. The only time it appeared between book covers. Now slightly revised, it appears in this new edition. Is this rather plotless tale of any relevance today? I think so, because there are many small towns like Pipalnagar that still exist, almost unchanged, and the preoccupations of their inhabitants haven't changed either. Making a living, looking for a better life, and believing that love and friendship are forever. All over northern India and many other parts of the country, there are several small towns, large towns, overgrown villages where frustrated young men and women dream of a better life, whether it be in our cities or in foreign land. Few escape into the bigger world, and those who do may not always find what they're looking for. The opportunities are limited, even in high-tech India. We hear a lot about the information technology boom, but this has yet to filter down to some towns in India, where thousands of youngsters pour out of schools and colleges with nowhere to go and nothing to do. Sometimes it's better to be a barber like Deep Chand for a rickshaw puller like Pitambar than a degree holder without a job. Last year, at a local college, there were nearly 1,000 high school lads applying for one job of a chaprasi. I asked one disappointed candidate what he was going to do. Open a tea shop? Now, most towns like Pipalnagar have hundreds of tea shops. For a struggling freelance writer like Arun, there are more opportunities today. Writing scripts for TV serials is probably less soul destroying than devising answer papers and writing crude thrillers. But for the publishing boom of the 1990s, many of my own stories, including this one, would have remained in limbo or been buried in the files of newspaper. You won't find Pipalnagar on the map. It's an amalgam of small towns I had seen or lived in. They have grown bigger, more congested, but they are still unsophisticated places, uninviting and unromantic on first acquaintance. But romance lurks in the most unlikely places. My Suraj, my Kamla are still there, striving to break out of their little cages. How evanescent those loves and friendships seem at this distance in time. I wonder what they are doing now, the people on whom these characters are modeled, if indeed they have survived. We move on, make new attachments. We grow old, but sometimes we hanker for those old friendships and old loves. Sometimes I wish I was young again, or that I could travel back in time and pick up the threads absent so long I may have stopped loving you, friends, but I will never stop loving the day I loved you. Ruskin Bond, January 2003.